call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 18th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Tulane's offense will go on the attack first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Sticking out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. From the gun on third down. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's
got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here comes the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
absolutely figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
There he goes! Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. noticeable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
He'll ride his man on the option. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Nebraska! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Tulane right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Quick strike complete. There he goes.
Oh, God.
The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Green Wave. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Gets the back moving. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Vincent. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Now on the option. At the 45 on his way. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. On the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. The option look. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Off play action on 1st down. Got a man, it's Silver. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up with the completion.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Tulane right back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. To the ground with the back. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. Off play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Silver. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. To the air on second down. The screen, he can go. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Huskers trying to fight. Way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Huskers are on the move. Here comes the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won.
Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Safe completion on the screen. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Calls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's Dingle. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Silver. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, and I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to run it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln. Let's just go with notable.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running. Turning it on! He's now up to 77 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Runs through the tackle.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Silver. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Tulane right back to the line. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They get to the line quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't quite make the connection there, might have led him a little too much. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The corner. Will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go. Line and try to make adjustments. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Tulane right back to the line. Makes the grab. It's Silver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. try to pick up the first through the air. He's got it. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the option, he'll do it himself. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The option look. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Rides the back on the option. The give. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Nebraska! Great job on the back on the option.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Tulane right back to the line. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it down the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll throw it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They'll go to the air. He wants it all. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This defense... trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
The snap sets up the throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They want that clock to run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down. To that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Silver. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bridges. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Got out of trouble and throws. Working that left side now. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was... pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
How about that defense? Rising up. Stopping him short on fourth down.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
And they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run the option. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cornhuskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the run, it's Vincent. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.